Yes. What are you doing, man?
Oh. All right, the stream has started. Is everybody cool?
Why am I in slow mode for in Discord, in chat, in Twitch? I mean, for typing. I can only type once every like 30 seconds or something.
Not really sure, but we are definitely getting some cutting out here. Okay. Well, then let's just begin.
Oh my good lord!
All right, we ready?
Was that a cat?
Oh. Yeah, my cat.
I saw briefly. I saw a blurry like thing.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to.
All right, so we are starting off this campaign. You are in the bustling city of Waterdeep. For whatever reasons you were here, you're maybe here for looking for adventure. We decided that we were going to be together.
Yes.
You already knew each other, right?
I guess. Unless people want to roleplay it, I don't want to be making decisions for everybody.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, for sure.
All right, then we might as well start. All right. I'm going to share a scene over here.
Oh my.
What is that?
What is that? That is the Yawning Portal.
Entertainment? Is that our entertainment for the evening?
So what you see around you is a lot of drinking, a lot of eating, a lot of cheering, a lot of talking, a lot of everything inside that's taking place inside the most popular inn and tavern called the Yawning Portal. The Yawning Portal gets its name because it's got this, what they call the Yawning Portal, a giant hole in the middle of the tavern. The hole was said to be, at some point, maybe the tower of a citadel that may have sunk into the ground. And underneath, or that portal, takes you to what is called the Undermountain, which is a network of dungeons, treacherous dungeons, with lots of treasure and lots of monsters. Adventurers from all over the world come to Waterdeep, and they go to the Yawning Portal because they are looking for adventure, and a lot of times you'll see them being lowered in. As you see in this scene, there are people being lowered in right now. Look how happy they look. They're going to go down into the Yawning Portal, and they're going to find the treasure of treasures, whatever that treasure is. They might find adventure down there. They might find some danger. All the things they're looking for. It might have been suggested for you to go there as well. That's why maybe you're here. Anyway, you're sitting around a table, looking around, taking in all the scenery, drinking your drink, enjoying your food.
Now, do we see people? Is that just illustrative, or is that people coming down into this thing, or into the
yes
portal? Or
so I'll even, I think I have another handout that I can actually give you. Give me 1 second here. So, just to give you, this is a drawing that was actually included in the publication. I'll share it with you. So basically, this is the layout of the Yawning Portal. Where you're sitting would be the ground floor near the portal itself. And if you notice in this gives you more of a layout of what the Yawning Portal is like. It's multiple levels. There are people.
One of the levels. And a mind flayer. And there's like a beholder and.
Don't pay too much attention. Don't pay too much attention to the characters you see in this picture.
Killing people occasionally.
If you look closely, you might find like Drist. You might find, I don't know, Minsk might be in there.
Yeah.
You might find some famous players. So just so as not to disappoint you, in case you're like, oh, I see Drist, let's go talk to him. I don't have any of that prepared. This is just this is basically just to give you an understanding, a layout of
popular place,
a general layout of what the Yawning Portal is, what it's like. And this is where you are. The proprietor, of course, is there. His name is Dernan. Dernan is a very accomplished adventurer. He's would be what you would consider a high-level adventurer. But he's retired, and he's now behind the bar, and he's enjoying his life being the proprietor of the Yawning Portal. The way the Yawning Portal is laid out is, yes, there's a pulley system, and there's a kind of like an ogre or something that's in charge of actually lowering people. If you see him on the second floor there, he's there, and he's lowering people into the Yawning Portal because they're looking for adventure. So getting back to the original scene, yes, there are people currently being lowered in as you are eating and drinking, and you're just glancing around, you're talking, you're having conversation, and you're lowering yourself. So why don't we take this time to describe yourselves, a little bit about yourself, since you know each other, and we want to make sure everybody knows and gets to know each other. Who are you, and what does the world see? What do your friends here see when they're looking at you? So why don't we start in order of, let's see who's in our combat tracker. Dark. If you wouldn't mind describing yourself a little bit about your character, and what do we see? I don't. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Dark.
Apparently, we're having some connectivity issues on his end. It's been breaking up real bad on our end.
I wonder if this is a server problem on Discord.
I'll relay.
Okay, hold on one second.
I'm not sure. It could be us too.
Yeah,
You sound clear.
Yeah, but I think he's got packet loss because it's like it's like slow speech. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like dragged out.
I see.
I think there's packet loss.
I see. Is that you?
Yeah, super
so that's you in the background. But is that radio? Is that you in the background of his
bald spot? Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's my spot.
Oh, I see. There's a slight delay. Okay. There's actually a slight delay between when you do something and when that. Maybe not.
I wouldn't pay too much attention to the stream picture because there's going to be like a 6-second delay on that. I would look at the. I would look at each. I'm looking at you guys through Discord.
Yeah. All right. So hold on one second. Hold on. I am a tabaxi. I am a rogue.
So what you're looking at is a cat-like creature. You're a cat-like. You look like a feline.
Yeah.
You're wearing a hood.
Hold on. There's a bow, a rapier I have on me. Could be wrong.
Okay. All right, and then Yanji, why don't you describe what they see? I think this might be interesting.
All right. So Yanji Darkdew, he looks like a very large moth with black fur all over his body and some black wings with some lighter colored transparency to it. And he has big bulging yellow eyes. And he is an alchemist who sells wares for his he was an apprentice under Almaeus from the Dale Lands. He had been found in the forest under the mountains, and he was inside of a little dewdrop, and that's where he got his name, because he was dark and he was in dew. So he is Yanji Dark Dew.
Wouldn't you be a natural enemy of, or wouldn't Dark be like an actual enemy of Yanji? Would like you want to swat him?
Well, that's the thing. If I go into the light, I'm like,
Ooh,
I
light!
can't stay away from the light.
That's right. That's great.
Don't cast light, okay? Okay, Rothamir, do not.
There was a.
Well,
reminds-
sadly, that's actually one of my spells.
That's right. Oh, this reminds me of such a great. You guys should find it's such a great joke that Norm Macdonald did involving a moth, right? You gotta find the moth joke. It's so great. I'll have to find a link for it at some point. It's a long joke, so I don't know if we want to do it now. We'll listen to it now, but that's what it reminded me of. All right, so we got a Yaji is a Mothman kind of guy, right? His wings, right? But is he bipedal? Is he? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, and yes, he is bipedal. He does walk on 2 legs, and
has,
he
like,
does have arms.
Okay.
So
Do you
he
have,
is
there
basically.
what's the name of the race? So I could maybe there's an image on like that I could take a look so I get a mental image.
You're not gonna find it.
Okay.
He's a fairy,
Oh.
and fairies
Oh,
can
okay.
be anything basically.
Got it.
Okay.
So they can look like anything. And
So he looks kind of like a cross between a humanoid and a moth. Like
yes.
The wings. Okay, got it.
Yep. So to think of Mothman, like the actual Point Pleasant Mothman. Think of that. That's pretty much what he looks like, except for yellow eyes instead of red.
Okay.
I figure out ways of stopping this thing from cutting out. All right. Moving forward, who's next on the list here? Conneth, you'll be next in my order on the combat tracker. So
Okay.
why don't we
Well,
describe?
Yeah, for Nuclear's benefit, because you guys are all the rest of you are sick of.
Well, it's for everybody's benefit. Remember,
For-
there's people watching.
That's true.
I think they're people.
Conneth is a human. He's brown hair, brown eyes, dark eyes, about 6'3". He's wearing chainmail. Has a shield slung on his back. Chainmail's a bit weathered, and he is. And from I just adventuring for the little bit of time you've had together. He favors a sword. Basically fights sword and shield style, and is a standard fighter. He's melee. He doesn't seem to have much of an aptitude for magic. His eyes kind of glaze over when Rothamir starts getting technical. But he tries. He tries to keep up.
Okay. And Rothamir, last but not least, you're also at the table. What do we know about Rothamir?
He is. He was a scholar at Candlekeep, who either by cajoling or basically desire to adventure, and let's just say he was told he needed to go out and collect some information, though he prefers his books, and he has his spell book, which he's oddly obsessed with talking to, and it appears sometimes that it speaks to him, even though no one can hear it. So he also has a familiar called Bertrand, a raven. So yes, he's very eccentric and socially awkward, and often freezes up in conversations like.
I love it.
All right. So while you're having these conversations and everybody's getting to know each other a little bit better, I'd like everybody to also roll a perception.
Oh God, gotta remember how to do this now.
On your character sheet, in the second tab, the skills tab, perception will be a.
Do I just shrink this? I'm trying to shrink the picture that you, or do I just exit out?
You could.
Is there a way to shrink it, or?
I think there's a minimize if you right click. Is there a minimize? Yeah, the top right radial thing.
Okay, got it.
Minimize,
Okay.
it'll turn it into like a little icon that you can put somewhere.
Got it. Okay. This one, I don't know if I can minimize this one. This one, I guess I can minimize this way. Okay. No, I can't. What about the Yawning Portal picture? I can expand it. I can shrink it, but I. Oh, there it goes. There. Okay, got it. Got it. So what am I doing? A perception, you said?
Yep. Everybody's going to do a perception.
Oh, everybody. All right.
Yep.
Oh, well.
See, passive perception. Hold on, that's under skills. Totally forgot how to use it.
It's been a while since I've
Oh, credit. Okay.
What, Conneth? Come on.
Hey, first roll of the game. And that'll be the
Wait,
last.
so,
That is my
I'm
luck
sorry.
rolls
It's
up,
been a
the
while
last one.
since I've used the interface. Where's the?
Under skills,
Under-
second tab
yeah.
down on the
It's-
character sheet.
Yep.
Oh, skills. Sorry.
Yeah, I had the
There
same
we
issue.
go.
Yep.
I'm so used to I've been using a different virtual tabletop. I see. I noticed nothing.
Okay.
My nose is literally like in my book.
In your book.
Yeah.
Finding anything interesting in that
So,
book of yours over
what-
there?
Actually, I've noticed this section here clearly states that.
I'm kind of zoning out, and I'm just staring. I'm kind of just, you see me watching a group of 5 guys that seem to have entered the room, and just for some reason they seem to have caught my eye, and Maz, what's my perception in my? Should I roll like an insight to get a sense of whether I'm comfortable with them? I mean, do these look like friendly guys? They don't look all that.
You can roll an insight.
Okay. So basically, I just notice them. You know, I'm just, I got Rothamir kind of droning about the book he's reading, and I'm just kind of just staring. They kind of caught my eye. You know, they I don't know whether you want to follow my eye and what up. Maz can describe what you see, but I'm just kind of watching them as they're going along the bar.
What would Conneth be doing or saying right now?
I'm saying is I wonder, because I'm watching as people getting lowered down into the. You talking about before I noticed them, or while I'm.
You were sitting at the table. You were having a conversation. You out of the court. You just happened to look around and noticed what you saw there.
I say, like, it looks like that looks like an interesting adventuring party. I kind of indicate over to this to the entrance of the tavern as you know, and there's a bunch of people.
Okay, so
coming in.
What you guys see is basically you see 5 men, shaved heads. One with
they're all okay. I didn't realize they.
Well, I'm sorry. The leader, of course. The leader. Yeah, I think they have shaved heads, but the leader has tattoos of eyes all over his head.
Okay. Yeah, I thought just only the one guy had the shaved head. I didn't know they all did. So now it looks like a cult.
Now, while you were but you know something, you might recognize who they are. Go ahead and roll. Now that everybody's turned around, you could all roll a history check.
Oh, history. Inside your
Rothamir and Conneth, you both recognize
skills?
them. Yeah. Now, of course,
Same thing.
being in Waterdeep, you know that there are different factions that have been, that are around, and some of these factions, not the most, some of them you kind of want to stay away from. They're a little bit like crime boss type. One of them is Xanathar's guild.
Nice group.
Yeah, Xanathar, as you know, is kind of like a beholder crime boss, right? So you recognize the tattoos on that fellow over there.
So then I'll adjust what I said instead of looking at adventuring party. I'm like, oh, those guys don't look like.
Well, they could be an adventuring party for sure, but they're clearly from Xanathar's guild. Also
I'm a bit
that
of a goody, so and you guys would know that I tend to be a little on the goody side. So you can see my look of disapproval as they walk in. So that probably is what caught my eye.
And I'm looking at them with that same disapproval, and I say, they look like wonderful people.
You also know that that Xanathar's guild and the Zentarum have lately been at odds with each other.
Oh, okay.
A pox on both their houses as I drink my milk.
You're more of a Lord's Alliance type of guy, I think, right?
What?
You're more of a Lord's Alliance type of guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I would be, I
or
would
Force Grey. So. Yeah, there are other factions that you know of. There's the Emerald Enclave, which is basically a bunch of druids. They tend to be interested in preserving nature. You got kind of like drow outcasts of the drow. These are a faction led by someone named Bragan Dayar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. But he's basically an outcast of the drow who completely disapproves of the matriarchal society that they have. He feels that he doesn't have a problem with women. They're allowed in his cult, but doesn't agree with the matriarchal society. Let's just say that. We'll leave it at that. You have the Xanathar's Guild. There's the Lord's Alliance, who are basically of upper class, kind of like a group. The Force Grey would be, I guess, the elite of the City Watch, or the elite. What would say? Somebody who's in the City Watch but became like an elite member. Right? Of course, then you have the Zentarum, which is kind of like an underground, mercenary type of group. Yeah. And there's others. But what you know is that the Zentarum and the Xanathar's Guild have been somewhat at odds with each other.
Okay.
Anyway, they just kind of like walk in and they kind of hang out by the bar while you guys are talking and having more drinks. So I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation, but you guys sounded like you were talking about various things.
Yeah, well, before we started, I was actually wondering. I'm like watching as people go down into the portal, and I'm wondering, do they all go to the same place? I mean, is it like an amusement park for them down there? They go there and they see like the camping of the previous adventures, or does the portals take them to someplace new? I wonder how that works.
Question.
Yeah, because it'd be kind of lame if they are just going in the footsteps of like 10,000 other adventuring groups.
This is like Waterdeep's version of Space Mountain, probably.
Yeah. It's like you get. They probably have tours. They probably have like tours down there.
I wonder if we have to like pull like our number from like a it's like calling number 120.
As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, they must have a system like that because only a certain amount of people can fit onto that thing at the same time. I don't even know if that a full party could fit on it, but it looks like that ogre is strong enough. I see in this picture over here, there's at least 3, maybe 4 people. I can't even see in the back over there. There could be 4. That could be an adventuring party right there. That could be you guys next. Durnan maybe suggested that to you at some point. Well, why don't you try going into the Yawning Portal? Maybe there you'll find some good adventure and good coin or jewels.
You don't think it's been picked clean by now?
No, it's never
every
clean.
10 minutes, there's another group going down there.
Durnan would tell you, it's never clean down there. It's always turning over. Oh, most people do not come out alive.
They got the maintenance staff that sweeps up after the last party.
Yes.
Restocks with some gold.
The goblins handle that.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't help notice.
I feel like if you're so curious about it, Mr. Coneth, sir, maybe we should just take a ride down the rope.
Yeah, I can't seem to get my these guys that came in. They
There's
rubbed me the wrong way.
So there's other scenery going on. So there's a table nearby that, by the way, Colin, if you happen to be looking at one of those guys over there, the head guy, and when you're looking at him, you see he's just kind of like, like this, looking not at you, not at you. He's looking beyond you to the table next to you.
Coneth?
Yeah, he's looking to the table near you. It's a little, I'm gonna say it's probably within about 15 feet from you. And at that table, you got a bunch of people putting down money, right? And you see half-orc woman, female, who is arm wrestling others, and she's winning every time. And you could hear her as she's laughing, as she's, I'll take your, and she's taking the money, and next one comes in, and she's just arm wrestling, and she's like beating everybody. Meanwhile, that guy is just kind of like standing at her, and he kind of points. He leans over to one of the other ones and points at her. And she's just having a grand old time.
People watching.
You're basically sitting around this sturdy wooden table.
Yeah. Drinking my milk.
Lit by brightly burning candles and littered with plates cleared with food. Cleared of food and half drained tankards, I should say. I'm sorry. You got gamblers. You got drunken adventurers. They're singing bawdy songs, and they nearly drown out that off-key strumming of a young bard 3 tables over. And then while that happens, you look up again because you hear a shout, and it sounds like this. You pig! Like killing my mates, does ya? And with that, the one with the bald head is now up near the half-orc. She stands up and looks at him like tauntingly, and he just like pulls and wraps her right across the face. Before you know it, everybody sees, and now you got the bookies that like taking bets and writing things down on the parchment, and a whole crowd of people are gathering around. And there is now a brawl going on just a couple of tables over.
Yeah, like right next to us. This is wonderful.
You got a crowd. You can't even see what's going on anymore. But now you're hearing all kinds of fighting going on and screaming and all kinds of stuff going on. So now it's
everywhere.
So what do you do?
I just shake my head. I'm not
drinking.
I find this very I drink my milk. I find this whole thing distasteful.
I'm still basically entranced with my book, like not even noticing that anything's going on because it's like it has nothing to do with my research.
Yeah, that's right. It's like they all deserve each other.
This is an absolutely amazing event.
But I secretly am enjoying watching.
Has unfolded before us.
I grunt. But secretly, I look like I'm somewhat entertained. even if I find it distasteful. It's probably more interesting than the bard.
Okay.
What am I gonna do here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here, Coneth? What do we do? Do we help this woman that's being beat by this big
Does she look like she's holding? Yeah, that's a good question. Does she look like she's holding her own, or does it look like she's severely outnumbered?
She's outnumbered because there's 5 of these guys.
Are they all getting up on her?
Well, they're all starting. Yeah, I mean the main one. She's grappling and fighting with the main one right now, but the other ones are starting to join in.
Oh, so she's actually now outnumbered by this. I thought maybe it was
she's outnumbered. The crowd isn't exact. Some people are kind of scurrying away. They don't want to get involved. They don't want to get hit. Others are just crowding around to watch and cheering them on. But
nobody's helping her?
Right now, nobody's helping her.
Oh, now I'm interested.
Okay, so I think Yanji's gonna stand up and get in between the advancing other members of his party.
I join you. I join you in
And
this.
he's gonna say, I really think that you just need to.
Well,
walk
they're not
into-
listening to you at all. They're now like
They're
starting to
just,
try
like,
to grapple and get involved. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I'm going to ask is who's jumping in and getting involved, and who's hanging back?
I'm going to jump in.
I have to get in on this.
Okay.
Yeah, as I come in, I was like, I try
Has
to
any of
yell.
the fight started to reach where I am? Like, are there people bumping into me or disrupting my ability to?
No, not so much. I mean, you definitely have people that might be like kind of getting past you, and I would say a couple of people have probably brushed against you because they're trying to get a view.
Oh, please, the disruption. Why? This has to stop.
Born, what would you like to do? You want to join in, or do you want to? Or you're hanging back to watch?
Yeah. Well, I move forward, and I as I approach, I say to the I don't know, woman, well, actually, I address everybody. I'm like, these odds don't look all that fair.
I disagree.
Okay.
Disagree that the odds do look
What
fair?
I'm going to need you guys to do then, whoever's joining in, you got to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, rolling initiative.
Boy, what is going on with this background music is terrible.
it does cut in and out a bit.
It's cutting in and out terribly. I'm going to actually stop this and start it up again. Hang on a second.
Oh,
I am not gonna be in on this. I'm just watching from the counter.
Okay.
as a person apparently very averse to combat, he's like, oh, maybe I should wait till they go first. Yes.
All right, what do we have here? Let's get this. Okay.
And when I joined, I say this hardly looks like a fair fight.
Well, they're not listening to you, Coneth. They're now all getting their hands in at this moment.
Right. I don't draw my sword or anything. I think I'm going to try to grapple.
Okay. Let me just grab this over here, and let's just put these guys over here, and oh, I think I have to.
Uh-oh. Did we freeze up?
Nope.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Give me 1 second. So I am not going to bother. I'm just hide.
Oh.
This isn't exactly. So
Do
the
they look
starting
like
that thing
they're
didn't
fighting
help,
with
did it?
lethal force, by the way? Do they look like? Does it look like a brawl, or are they actually fighting to kill? Like, do they have weapons out?
No, they're Durnan would never allow that.
Yes.
Not that Durnan's, All right. So I'm going to start. Oh shoot! I forgot to do something here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so do you see the map now? Does everybody see it?
Map, but I don't see us in it.
You're right. You're not in it. Let me get you
I only
guys
see
in it.
blackness. I only see black.
So you guys
black
were kind of around
there
this
it is.
table over
Okay,
here.
Very good.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah. You're around this. You were like over here, like that, around this table over here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we're going to start the first round of, I guess, combat, but it's whatever you really want. It's really just a round of whatever you want. They're fighting, and they're attacking each other, and essentially this is what you see. If you look at the map, Yagra is the one that says Yagra. She's the half orc, and these guys have basically now surrounded her. And Krentz and Yagra are like kind of like at it right now, and the other guys are joining in. All right, first round, Coneth, what would you like to do?
All right, so that's as I move over. Let's see how much do I go? 30, right? Here we go. Well, I can only get to about over here. And that's when as I'm approaching, I yell out, "Well, this hardly seems fair."
Okay. All right, so you're actually, what you're doing really there is you're kind of like pushing away the crowds of people who are letting you through.
Yeah.
All right, they're not really involved in the fight. They just want to
Yeah.
get a good fight. In fact, the fact that you're pushing through and trying to get inside, they're loving it. Yes. Yeah, more. Let's get more in there.
What I'll do is I'll just use I'll double move and I won't have an action.
Okay.
Now, can I get to here?
Where are you
Then
looking?
can I get to like in the middle, into that spot? I can't tell if there's enough room for me.
At that point, you're probably going to be between two enemies, technically, or opponents.
Yeah, I want to be.
So no, you're not going to be able to enter into their space. You're going to be. You can go next to them, and then.
How close can I get into this middle? I mean, ideally, I'd love to be exactly in the middle.
Okay, you're not going to be. You're not going to actually be in the middle. You're going to probably be like right over here, and then you have to make a move and do something, which you can't because you just use a second. You use a dash.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're going to just get to that point over there, and keep in mind, this is seconds are going by, as this isn't like minutes going by, right?
I understand. Everything's like 6 seconds. Right.
You made it to that far. You haven't really made your actual move yet. All right, next player. Okay, I'm going to skip these guys. They're just fighting with Yagra. Yagra is now grappling.
Not in range.
What's that?
3 is not in range with Yagra.
No, she's not in range, but they're let's see. Yeah, 3. Oh, so 3 kind of moves in a little closer, right?
That should provoke an opportunity attack, right?
Well, I guess it does actually. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Coneth. Do you want to attack him?
Yeah, I'll throw a punch.
You're throwing a punch at him. All right.
It would be a basic attack, but I'm trying to think of. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember how to do unarmed combat.
It's a.
I think you just roll.
Yeah, you just roll. You just
roll a basic attack.
Roll a basic attack. It's a.
I don't think the damage is.
It's with your modifier. It's
Yeah. So is it?
Yeah, just roll the d20.
You could roll. You don't have any special swords, right?
No, it's just a regular.
It's just a regular attack.
I just roll a regular attack with my sword, or do I just roll a?
Not with the sword. You're not going to do the damage of a sword. You're going to do a regular couple.
No, I understand that.
Yeah, it'll be. I think it's 1d4.
Yeah.
Right. I think you're right. I think it's 1d4. But what you just want me to roll an attack, and I'll tell you what my modifier is, or do you want me to roll like the attack roll with a sword?
You can roll the attack. You can roll the attack roll with the sword if you'd like, and I'll just treat it as a punch.
Oh, I see. Add the modifier.
Oh, you can put it right there. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You can just roll. You could add the modifier, which is whatever it is. Just put the modifier in, and just roll an attack.
So, adjusting. How do I do that? Do I type?
You should be able to click like the +2 or the +5.
Yeah, I know, but I don't. I gotta see what I don't.
Click the modifier and type.
Modifier is what do you call it? Let me see.
Yeah, click the modifier and it'll say adjusting, and then you can type in your modifier.
Yeah, I'm looking for my.
It's probably a plus. What do you have, a +6?
Well, it's total of +6. Yeah.
So
I'm thinking it's either +5 or +6.
Yeah, it's +6. So I just do 6. Yeah.
Yeah, just put 6 in there and roll your d20.
All right.
That's good enough, and I'll let you know if you hit.
Did you see it? Did it work?
Did you roll into the? No, I didn't see it.
I rolled it, and then it rolled all over the map. All right.
No, you got to roll it into the. Yeah, roll into there.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, you hit him. He's going to take a 1d4.
1d4?
Let's see.
All right. And do I? But he does.
He takes a point of damage.
All right, but don't I roll it? And then do I get a bonus?
Oh, actually, you're right. You should roll it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it'd be a strength bonus.
Okay, so it should be +4. Okay. And you should add +4 to that.
Okay. So he gets what was that 6? Okay.
Yeah.
So you must have hit him like in the back of the neck. And he looks at you like he turns around and he says to you, "Mind your own business."
I said it's not. This does not look like a fair fight.
All right. Yagra, he's just gonna go. He goes back and he's grabbing at her. Okay. Yagra is just I'm not even gonna. They're just grappling. They're grappling each other at the moment. So she's gonna keep going. Xanathar Bandit number 1. Well, he saw what you did over there, and he stands in front of you like that. He goes right in front of you, and he's holding his hands up, and he says, "You just stay back."
I just stare at him.
Okay. Yanji, what do you want to do? Are you? I'm sorry. Are you? Did you roll initiative? Yeah, you rolled initiative. What would you like to do?
I sure did. I am in. What do I? 30 feet, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna move right up over here by the bar.
Okay.
Can I do that?
It's better without the music then.
I don't know why I'm clicked on Rothamir right now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. I want to see what's going to happen with Coneth and the other people that are around. Like, if they start getting in on her, I'm going to make a move. So can I delay, or is that because I already moved? I can't delay, right?
You could hold an action.
Yeah.
Or ready in action.
Let's hold an action. You know what? Yeah, let's ready in action, and I'm going to use catapult.
Okay.
And let me put it in the.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you read it?
Yep.
Does it come up?
Okay. Before falling on the ground.
So.
Impacts all surface.
I'm trying to read it.
Sorry, I was trying to read it and I accidentally clicked.
I'm trying to double.
I wonder.
Yeah, you guys should be able to click on that, and I think it'll bring it up, right?
It just says catapult 150. I can't really read it.
Can you click on the little brown thing next to it? Can you click that?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm double clicking it.
And that's.
For me, it doesn't do anything.
Have the.
I drag it. It says just says catapult 150.
We have to have the modular asset load.
Yeah. By the way, I'm using the Rob Tui the spell effects coding probably for that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you could probably you have to probably get the module, but I'll tell you what. Here, I'll since I think I could probably throw this into here. What if I did it here? Does that help if I did it?
I don't.
Does that make a difference?
That'll help.
Yeah, that worked for me. Yeah.
Okay, so now you can read it. All right, cool. And basically, I'm gonna hold like one of the mugs full of ale.
Okay.
And ready it so if the next person that goes after either Yagra, actually we'll say after Yagra, I'll throw it'll launch at him.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on then. Number 4. Yes, he's jumping in and tries to grab Yagra. So that would probably be triggering that, right?
Absolutely, it would trigger.
All right. So on Xanathar Guild Bandit number 4, you have in your action thing. You see that cast that little cast next to catapult. That's the dexterity saving throw he's got to roll. You could roll that on the guy if you like, or target him and roll it. However you want to do that.
Let me pull it up again because I don't know where it went right now. There we go. All right, so we're gonna do.
All right. Well, he succeeds on a saving throw on that.
Oh my god, man!
That's a delayed thing.
That's why I'm glad I took one of these cantrips because it's supposed to help disrupt their saving throw.
Okay. Now on the top of your the map, there's there are buttons. One says "Clear all saving throws" or "Clear all save overlays."
Clear all save overlays.
Yeah, that gets rid of that little checkbox. The checkbox is a little thing that we have that allows you to see who's saved or not.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, so basically, I guess your mug or whatever gets thrown, but misses. Doesn't
it hits the portal next to him.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you send me back the map again? It seems to have disappeared. I tried to do something in it to clear the overlay, and somehow I managed to.
Did that work?
Yeah, that worked. Yeah. So let me try to clear the overlay again. Clear all save overlay. Is that right? Click it or
And then
or
I'll
go?
yell out, the next one is coming for your head.
Okay.
I meant to do that.
Okay. So at this point, Yagra's actually. You notice kind of. Let's get to the top of the order here because I think you guys are. I'm gonna. Rothamir, or did you rolled initiative? I guess, right? All right. So what do you want to do?
Who attacked her most recently?
So the one that says Krentz, he's the guy. Krentz is the guy with the tattoo head. He's grappling with her right now. So she's actually looks like she's overpowering him.
Is she gonna be making like somebody's making a saving throw or something maybe?
Well, I mean, they're kind of just fighting. I'm not even bothering so much to like go through the motions of rolling dice with them, unless you guys do, and you're like if you're provoking fights with them. Right now, they're okay. So what is this that you?
Dang it. Okay.
Mind sliver. Okay.
So that he rolled that, right?
So he's failing. He's failing.
Save.
All right. So basically, you made his fight whatever. Let's make it where you made his fighting worse. Now he's taking a beating from. Is that right?
See. I'm not sure. Wait. It says. Basically, it says I drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of the creature I see.
Okay.
They must succeed an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of the turn.
All right. The problem that you have is you have a crowd of people blocking your view. You hear what's going on from your point of view. Coneth can kind of see what's going on. They're on the ground, but there's a crowd of people, and you got the Xanathar Guild like kind of converging.
Then?
What's that?
Sorry, I should have targeted 1 or 3.
You could target a different one. So like 3, you could probably see. You'll probably have some vision of him. So if you want to do him instead.
Sure. Sorry.
No problem. All right. So let's bring Krentz back to his his normal self.
Sorry.
And go ahead and you rolled probably the same. So let's just have 3 fail. And what you're giving him psychic damage?
It did 4 psychic.
4 psychic damage. Okay, so that was number 3, the one that was already blood.
Again. Did that do that again? No.
All right, so he.
No, I think you're good.
Yeah, that guy now is like, what the? And he's like, he's kind of like now turning around, and he's looking like he's going to try to get out of there. He's moving away. Because he's like doesn't know what just hit him. He was like, whoa, he's a splitting headache. All right. Like, what the just and now he's like, I gotta get out of here. So he's kind of abandoning. All right. Bandit number 2, let's just have him kind of get over here. He's trying to surround. All right. And he's starting to put his hands in. All right. Now we're at the second round over here. The next thing that takes place is suddenly you hear a loud yell coming from the bar. And now you see Durnan, actually Yanji, you may not even realize, Durnan just jumps up on top of the bar and he points at them and he's like, ouch! And they just stop what they're doing. They stop what they're doing, and they don't mess with Durnan. The guild, the Xanathar's guild, just kind of like stops. And Krentz, the guy who was being grappled with, they instead of going after Yagra, they're now pulling Krentz away from Yagra. He's like almost unconscious. Okay? And these guys pull away from her. And I'm going to take you out of combat because basically it just ended.
Okay.
All right. So this guy over here, who's number 3, who's really hurt, he's just like he's like walking into a really, almost like he's drunk. He's barely he's like stumbling. Okay. And the other guys are pulling Krentz off of Yagra. All right. Let's forget this map for now because I'll just describe what's happening. And they basically look over at Durnan and they're like, sorry. And she kind of gets up and kind of composes herself, and she looks over at you, Connor, because you're the closest one, and she basically says, she basically says,
F you.
She's like, she kind of gives you a nod. She goes, but I had him.
I know. I didn't like the idea. So but I nod back and I walk back to my seat.
No, while she's composing herself, it doesn't end there. And as these guys are walking around, you start to hear this rumbling sound, okay? And you hear almost this echoing, because everybody's kind of like shouting and everything, but what's almost overpowering is you hear kind of this loud, this guttural sound, and it sounds like it's coming from the Yawning Portal. Then suddenly you hear like somebody screaming, this ear-piercing scream, right? And then the next thing you see is something shoots out of the Yawning Portal and lands right next to you, Rothamir. And what you see is an arm, a severed arm, with blood all over it. And you still see the blood kind of pouring out of it.
What have we here?
You notice. Everybody, actually, you all kind of see it.
To study.
Now, with that, you hear more sounds, and then from the Yawning Portal itself, you see one hand and another hand. And all of a sudden, what comes out of it emerges this creature, and other things that look like little bats are flying out of there. 3 of them actually fly out, and this thing kind of pulls itself out. This giant creature, and suddenly, what else I can hear?
Like, how big are we talking?
This is like a monster with this warty green skin, and it's like a tangled nest of wiry black hair. Kind of like this carrot-shaped nose is now sticking out, and bloodshot eyes. And as it comes out and it bares its yellow teeth and it howls, there's these bat-like creatures, kind of like a half dozen of them actually, are kind of flying around him, right? Some of them are attached, but 3 others are circling around. Now, when people see this, that crowd, they run. They run. And then Durnan, who's looking at this, he shouts out, "Troll!" And he runs and he gets his sword. All right, now I'm going to get rid of these guys. Hang on. How do I
need
get
you
rid
to
of
share the
all
map again,
memories? Yeah.
if you can.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I am going to... I gotta get another... I gotta get rid of this... Let me clear the initiative, because we're going to do another initiative. Give me a second.
Find a way out of
Clearing the initiative, and then I gotta delete... delete from the tracker... Non-friendlies. Okay, perfect. All right, next I'm going to add these guys. Okay, this is what you see. Now you can tell this troll, by the way, you can see there's blood coming off of it. And by the way, that arm was one of the adventurers that you saw being pulled down. That was from one of the adventurers. You can see, the troll has somebody else's leg. Just like he was pulling it out of his mouth as he's coming over the Yawning Portal. But he's got these bat-like creatures that are kind of stuck to him, right? And the other ones are flying around. All right, now go ahead and roll initiative again.
Can you reshare the map real quick, Matt?
Yeah.
think.
No, thank you, sir.
Ooh.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I'm hot tonight.
Here goes nothing. Oh. Well.
Okay, did everybody do it? We all there? Let's see. I think Born, we need you. All right, excellent. Okay, now, as you guys are preparing for whatever you need to do, you happen to notice that Durnan already has it. He pulls out this great sword from underneath the counter, and everybody's steering clear of Durnan. Okay, and Durnan starts to run in as well. In fact, do I even have Durnan in there? Let me get Durnan in there.
Is that?
Perfect. Let's get Durnan in there. He's a friendly, though. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start first round of combat. Now, what do you want to do? Carla.
I turn, I unsling my my sword. I'm sorry, unsling my shield, get on my arm, draw my sword. I yell back, and I'm running towards. Where's Durnan, by the way? I'm trying to get a sense of.
So Durnan's. Let's have Durnan.
Okay.
I'll have him. He's standing on top of the bar right now.
All right. Does it look like the positioning of the troll? Okay. Does it look like I could get into melee with him, or is he like if I go 30, it looks like I'm right adjacent, or 25 feet. It looks like I'm adjacent to him.
So he's climbing over that ledge, so you can get to the ledge.
Yeah. All right.
And
So
I don't think that you're going to be like, you can jump onto the ledge if you want.
Yeah, I'll jump onto. Well, I want to be in melee with him.
You're in melee range right now.
Okay. So jump on.
Now,
I have my sword. As I'm running,
but before you do, and I shouldn't have said that yet. So
Yeah.
I'm going to put you back where you are, roughly over here, right?
Yeah.
As you are you drawing your sword? What are you doing?
I'm drawing my sword.
Okay.
I'm unslinging my shield, drawing my sword.
Okay. When Durnan noticed that you kind of stepped in over there. So Durnan looks at you and he yells at you before you actually draw as you're drawing your sword. He says, "No." He says, "You take care of the Sturges." He goes, "I got the troll."
Okay. I nod to him, and
He
then I turn to...
He basically says what Gandalf says: "This foe is beyond all of you."
Yeah. I turn all right. So I run towards the Sturge, but as I go, I turn back to Rothamir and Born. And I said, "Can you handle the other one?" As I'm about to run towards the Sturge, because we probably wouldn't be able to get to the one by them, but I can get to the one that's kind of closer to. That's the one like kind of due north of me.
Yeah, you could get to that one for sure.
All right,
By
so I turned to
Yanji.
Rothamir.
It's okay. You can say my name, Kenneth.
Well, it's not by Ayanji either. I didn't know if it's kind of like north of me. That's what I was looking at. But I'm looking at Rothamir and Born, and I say to them, "Can you guys handle that one? I'll take this one," and I kind of indicate before I actually move. Can they have a free action to respond?
They can respond, sure. That's a free action.
Interesting specimen there. Yes, I will take this one for study.
Okay. So I nod, and I charge in, and I try to get over here, like behind him, over here. Now I don't know whether or not I'm considered flanking because there is a patron there. I don't know whether or not that's distracting him and gives me a flank.
Okay. The patron. No, that's just decoration. That's somebody who's scurrying out of the way, and the Sturge is probably like trying to attach itself to him. Now, what do you know about Sturges? You want to roll a free action? You could roll a nature check if you want to have an understanding of Sturges.
I'll do a nature check, sure.
Okay. So, anybody else care to do that, or?
Oh yes, please. Oh no!
Okay, so this is what you're looking at. So it's basically a bat-like creature. So Coneth, I guess he'll give you the...
And a mosquito.
Yeah, think of it like a bat. That's exactly what it's like. It's a bat-like creature. A mosquito. Yanji, you totally know what these things. You might have even been dealt with one before.
I think I have.
Yeah. Bat-like creature sucks blood. It's a parasitic type of a creature. Yeah, like an oversized mosquito. Its legs are sharp. It's got like little pinchers.
Wonderful.
It's got like a long needle-like nose.
Proboscis.
Yeah, and it just feeds on the blood of living creatures, and it drains them slowly. You know. Yeah, and they tend to be in numbers. Okay, so that's what you're looking at. Coneth, you've now flanked or gone around. I wouldn't say flanked.
Yeah,
You're not going to get an advantage for this one.
I'm not gonna, right.
What would you like to do?
All right. Well, I drawn my sword as I was running. Got my shield readied, and now I'm just going to swipe. Swipe at him.
Okay.
So I'll use the. I got to control click him. Right. And then where'd my okay. So let's try this. And then, okay, so it looks like it hit.
Okay.
Sounded like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now it's
Well
supposed
then.
to do. Okay. Oh.
Palpable hit.
That was a nice
Should
hit.
have done. Right. It should have done an extra 2 points for my combat style. Forgot to. Do I have that on there?
You'd have to check to see if you
Okay. Oh,
have that on.
I don't have the. Yeah.
I see damage to melee.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. Very good.
Oh, it must have done it.
Yeah, it must have. It must have done
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
That's
it says
right.
effects
It did
plus
it.
2
Plus
right
6.
there, right?
Yeah, it worked.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, that Sturge is down.
Okay.
He's out of the play.
Then I flick the blood off, and I eye the room for other targets.
Okay. You ready?
That's it. End of turn.
All right. I'll take care of that just to move things along. Sturge number 3 is starts going towards this character over here, this patron over here who is scurrying about, and it tries to attach itself to and successfully attaches itself and begins to drain blood. It rolls an attack on it, which is a hit, and it is now. That thing is that guy is he's pretty damaged. There's no character there, but I'm just gonna pretend he's hurt. Okay, Born, what would you like to do? Doc, I mean, Born of the Dark Star.
I am going to equip my bow and shoot at the troll.
All right, you're shooting at the troll. Okay, you can do that.
I have to figure out how this works.
Okay, so what you could do is go to your actions tab on your character sheet. So open up your character sheet. All the way in the bottom right should be an action tab. Equipping the bow, by the way, is a free action. So you just kind of you kind of pull your bow out, and you're knocking the arrow, and you basically roll the attack onto. Actually, you can just drag the attack. Radio, if you could just show them how to drag that attack right onto the token, it's fine. You got it. Okay, so your bow shoots. I don't know if you heard it. Actually, that sound effect should have triggered. Your bow hits the troll. Durden looks at you and says, "Take care of the Sturges. They're going after the people. I got the troll." He hasn't had his turn yet. but it doesn't matter. He does damage. You're gonna do some damage. So go ahead and roll damage on the troll. So on your character sheet, do you see the 1d6 plus 5 piercing? Drag that onto the troll as well. It'll roll. That'll automatically roll the damage and attach it to the troll. Nice. Okay. All right. Troll just took 9 damage from that. Not bad. You done with your turn? Anything else you want to do? You can move. You could do it. There are other things you could do. You just can't take another action.
Can I move?
You can move.
Yeah, I want to move like right.
Okay. All right. You're not exactly next to that sturge. Did you want to be next to the sturge?
I wanted to be close, but not next.
Okay, that's fine, because if you're next to him, you got to go to melee. If you're a little further away, you can still use your arrow. Okay. All right, that'll be your move. Unless there's anything else, I'm going to switch over to Sturge 1. Sturge 1 is now going to wrap himself on this guy over here, and he's going to attack. He misses this guy. He actually does not. He does not. That guy kind of swats it away, and somehow manages to get away from him. Rothamir.
I am going to cast Firebolt. Well, oop. Sorry, I meant to drag it.
No,
to
Jackson.
the
God, if you duck out a little. I'm kidding. Go ahead. Drag it out to the.
Sorry.
Do it again.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I tried
That's
to
fine.
drag it to the creature. There we go. Sorry about that.
All right, your firebolt bursts and doesn't destroy him, but he hits the Sturge number 3. I don't know if you destroyed it. Maybe you did destroy it. Let's see. Go ahead, roll damage.
We'll see. Sure, we'll see. Nope.
Okay. Well, what actually happens is your firebolt does kind of blow up on him, and the thing just like out of the air is it starts flapping its wings, and you can see that he's singed. It's taking quite a bit of damage for a Sturge. Okay. So you can see
Sorry,
its
for the
skin is.
of turn, is there? Do I need to click a button on that?
You can do that. There's a next actor or a complete turn on the bottom of the combat tracker, or you can just tell me you're done and I'll just do it. Whatever's.
Sorry, I'm not used to where the
combat tracker is the
party sheet.
Yeah, on the top right hand corner you got those.
Okay,
those 2 swords. Click that button. That'll open up the combat tracker.
And turn complete. There we go.
There you go. All right. Durnan is going to let's see. He goes 30 feet, right? Let's do control. How do I do it? Is it Alt? There we go. He's going straight. All right. He goes his first 30 feet, and then he gets over here. He jumps on top, and that's really going to be his turn, because he just used up his movement as an action. I'm sorry. He uses action as a movement. All right. So he's ready, but he's got a sword out like this. He's ready to attack. Yanji.
Let me think here. I am going to... Oh man, I really don't have much I can do. I'll pull out my crossbow.
Okay.
And I will take a shot at Sturge number 3.
Sturge number 3. Already damaged Sturge number 3. See if you can finish him off. Go ahead.
Yep.
Take your shot.
I can't finish that guy off. Actions. Oh wait. Why is it on? I should have ammo. Why do I not have ammo?
Oh,
How do I add
okay.
ammo?
So, all right, let's go to your character sheet.
All right.
What you do is you go to. If you right-click on the, no, so you don't have to right-click on it. You just click on the little magnifying glass next to your light hammer, and next to that little link. You see it?
Yep. Got
Okay.
it.
Do you see where it says ammunition? This is another cool thing that we added to this thing.
Oh, that is so neat.
What are you looking at? What am I missing?
what you could
But
do
it
is
says,
you could replenish
I
it.
have ammunition.
You don't have ammunition. Where's your crossbow actually? Oh, there's your crossbow.
My
Sorry, I'm looking at the
crossbow's
wrong
in
thing.
there, but
All right, hang on a second. You need bolts, don't you?
yeah, it did not add the ammunition when I created the character.
All right, let me give you bolts. Hang on a second. Bear with me 1 second.
I'm thinking I would have
Bolts.
at least 10 bolts.
Well, you probably actually have 20 because that's standard.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
Standard stack. Okay,
So what
now
I'm
I
actually
should
going
be
to
able
do is I'm going to
that.
change it to quantity 20 at it's a 1.5. Oh, what's 1.5 divided by 20? All right, hang on a second. Later time. I gotta convert it to per bolt because that's how the ammunition works. All right, 1.5 divide that by 20 is 0.75. Hope this takes 0.75. 0.75. It does. All right. Now your weight is going to be
Alright,
accurate.
Look at that.
All right, so now go to the go to your ammunition thing, and for crossbow, I believe it should allow for bolts now. I think, shouldn't it?
I got it. Yes. Oh, that is so cool.
Okay, but you got to load it now. So I think there's a way to load your crossbow.
Okay.
So go to your actions. You see what
Okay,
says load?
let me-
It's not loaded. This is how you use it.
Okay, hold on.
It's just any way we can to make you actually click more buttons, because that's what D&D's about. What would you
down
really be
with it.
doing? You'd be loading it.
Like,
So
you need to fill in ball.
Okay, so that was my and then
now you actually roll it.
against-
Now you roll it. So you loaded your crossbow. Now you load it. Now you roll it.
Oh, and then I miss.
Oh, it's a miss.
Did that not work?
Now take a look. Your ammo's down one.
Okay.
Is that cool? It used an ammo.
That is so freaking cool.
Yeah. All right. Actually, while we're at it, since
I liked my other roll much better.
did you have what was your roll? Oh, it was an 8.
Oh, wait, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. No. Before that one, I attacked with the unloaded crossbow. You didn't see it because it didn't come.
It
up
didn't show up there. Yeah,
it
it was the
It's good though. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, you missed the sturge. It just kind of flew right by. Actually, Dark, you felt the wind of that bolt as it passed by. All right. The weakened troll.
My rolls are terrible.
Oh, it's okay. Happens to all of us every time. One with his bite, two with his claws. All right.
Except for Connor today, who's got 2 freaking nat 20s
I know. I don't.
already.
That's pretty cool.
I know, right?
The weakened troll turns to Dernan, and he's like, the first thing the weakened troll does. I'll come along with the weakened troll. He's already a weakened troll, but he's a troll. He turns to Dernan, and he's like, he just lunges at Dernan with that beak of the nose. He kind of lunges,
Keep
tries to
Dernan.
bite at Dernan. He hits Dernan. Dernan takes
1 point of damage.
5 points of damage.
5.
But then he makes 2 attacks with his claws at the same time, a 1 and a 2.
Yeesh.
Oof.
Oh my good lord, troll! Calm down.
That one hits
Oh,
Dernan
man.
for another 15 points. Dernan is in.
Criminy.
Oh boy, Dernan, don't die! Don't die, Dernan! Don't let the troll kill you. We need you, Dernan. You gotta make us. You gotta put some drinks together for us later. All right.
Exactly.
Dernan's just like he's like, no big deal. Top of the order, Conneth.
All right. I see Dernan. Let me see. Do I even have a ranged attack? Because I see how big he is, but what weapons do I have? I don't think I have. Oh, I have a crossbow. All right. So, but do I have? I should have been
Do you
taking.
have
attention
both?
when-
And is it loaded?
Yeah, I gotta see if that's a very good question. I have what are the longbow? Do I not? I don't think I have one. Why does it say longbow here? Just give me. I apologize. I do have a longbow. Now the question is, do I have? I don't know. Do I have bolts? The arrows?
Something happened. I think I lost the camera. I kind of need that camera to come back, or else my overlay gets messed up.
Yeah, Nuclear's having some issues
Oh,
with
okay.
Discord right now. He'll be back in a second.
All right.
You know what's weird is I don't have bolts in my in the info. I should have been paying more attention when you were going through that with.
Yeah, let me check your inventory. Hang on. You in your inventory? Do you have bolts or
I
what
don't
do you?
have. I don't. It shows a longbow and a crossbow, which doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to understand why.
What do you plan to use? Would you want bolts or arrows or both? Actually,
I don't think I should have the. I guess the only reason I would use a longbow is because it's already set up.
All right, but you have bolts.
I don't have anything. I don't know why it doesn't show it here.
You have a crossbow?
Yeah, I have a crossbow. I have a crossbow. So, but
hang on. Let me set you up with bolts. It was 0.75.
Let me use the crossbow. I don't know why it shows that I have a longbow. And I see ammo. Ammo is.
Are you supposed to have a longbow?
Did you get it from like your background?
No, I don't know why there's a longbow here. I think that the default. I must have found it in a. I must have used this. We must have copied this from another character.
Probably, we probably took it from another character. So if you don't have a longbow, you just get rid of it.
My starting loadout would have a crossbow. Would not have a longbow.
So all right, so we'll switch you to a crossbow. That's okay with me. We
screw it. I'm running. I'm gonna use my sword.
Hold on. Let me just do this right. You need a crossbow, right?
I don't care about
regular.
Said no. I think I'm gonna have to charge the troll. Taking too long.
Oh my god!
What kind of a crossbow are you supposed to have?
If you get in there and that troll does what he did to Durnan.
That's true. That's true. One hit would 20 damage.
Durnan told you like twice now to go up to the Sturges. But you can do what you want.
Sturges are all dead.
What?
Well, there's one alive.
No, you got two alive.
What? I only see one.
Maybe you're not seeing that far.
Oh, you're right.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize.
The whole place should be lit.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah, I see it.
Sorry, Connor. What kind of a crossbow do you have? A heavy?
It's a regular crossbow. It's a light crossbow.
A light crossbow.
But I'm not going to use it right now. I'm going to go 60 feet. Okay, to get to the other sturge. Okay.
And okay, all right. So you have a light crossbow in there now. If you want to set it up there.
Very good. I'll set it up after.
You're running 60 feet to go to the sturge. In other words, you're using your action for that, right?
Yeah, and then I'm going to burn an action surge.
Okay.
Do I get an action surge? Oh no, I don't think I get an action surge.
Your first level. What do you have at first level?
I get second wind. I only have second wind. I don't believe I have action surge.
All right. Well, you're next to the sturge at least. That sturge was unable to attach itself to that patron over there.
Okay.
Okay. You done?
I'm done.
Sturge number 3 continues to attack this guy over here, who's probably
That's
half
what I'm next to?
Yeah, he misses. He actually misses.
Good.
I hit the wrong button, didn't I? No, I got the right button. Okay, so he misses.
After that
firebolt
from Rothamir.
What was that?
I lightly
I said after that firebolt from Rothamir.
Yeah. No, he needs to recover. He needs more blood. The sound is better, isn't it? I think I might have figured out what happened, which I'm surprised about, but okay.
What?
I noticed that the sound's not cutting out as much now.
Yeah, I do notice that
There was some kind of a conflict with its own player. Like I had the dashboard for Sirenscape running at the same time, and it doesn't seem to like me doing that. I don't know why. But all right, no big deal.
And I don't know how.
All right, so Dark. Is he back? Oh, there you are. Okay.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
looking at his character.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't know how to reload my bow.
All right, so let's. We got to set that up. We probably never actually set it up. So let's take a look. You have a short bow, and the first thing you need probably arrows, which you don't have, right? So let's get you arrows. Hang on.
Yeah, I think I only had one.
Yeah, you probably should have had arrows, but they were never set up. All right, that is one. You should have 20 arrows there. That's not right.
So I take it that mod that you're using then, of course you have one stack of 20 arrows, but now you have to change it to 20
Yes.
quantity. Okay.
All right, I just connected you.
Sense.
So here, I want to also point one other thing out. There's a rule in D&D where you can retrieve 50% of your arrows back. So if you open up that that little magnifying glass next to your bow or short bow, whatever it is, and you see where the ammunition is, like I've already connected your ammunition. Look to the right of it. Oh, wait a second. There's a way to retrieve it.
Yeah, where it says shots. 50% of shots.
Yeah.
You hit the plus
Right.
button.
So you hit the plus button next to it,
ammo.
and it'll actually recover your ammo, the 50% for you. So you don't have to calculate anything.
Nice.
Yeah. So whatever you basically used, it'll recover 50%. So it's a nice, cool little thing that we added there. All right. So in your case, you don't have to load you don't have to load like a crossbow. So you can just roll, and I think you should track it. I already have you connected, so you're ready to go. Oh, you used an arrow before, though, right? I'm going to set you to 19.
Yeah, so he should be at 19.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give you a bonus arrow, because I can't seem to change it. I don't know why. Should be able to change it.
I want to move under the table.
All right, you can do that because you really got to go around them. Technically, you can't brush against them, although otherwise that would something called provoke an opportunity attack. Once you're in melee range of a creature and then you move out of melee range, they get a reaction. They can actually throw an attack at you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to move around, even though you did a straight line, but I'll pretend you kind of went around them so you didn't provoke the attack. Okay? But in the future, if you're next to a creature and you move out of its range, it can take a shot at you.
I plan on shooting at it anyway.
Okay. So you're on top of the table right now. You turn around and you're facing him. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot at Surge 3.
Okay.
I hope I'm doing this right. I don't remember.
All right. Well, you didn't have him targeted, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that right onto Sturge number 3. I believe I could do that. And you hit him with the 26. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Oof.
That's a good roll. All right. So so basically you ran around the Sturge. You jump onto the table, you spin around as you knock back that arrow, you shoot the arrow, hits him, knocks him right off that patron, right off that guy, killing it. Nice. Sturge number 3. All right, are you done with your turn? I guess that's going to be it, right? All right. Sturge number 1. Since he couldn't grasp that guy, Conneth, somehow he thinks they're not that smart. You must be easier because you're moving. So he turns to you, Conneth, and he is going to attempt to attack you with his blood drain.
That would miss.
He's like,
just out of curiosity. Oh, that's weird. All right.
It took a while, but
Yeah, that missed. That did take a while. It takes a while because it's loading
bouncing off your armor.
It's loading the sound as well, so he misses. If he was intelligent enough, he might have said, damn. All right, Rothamir.
All right. Just to confirm, I am within 100... Well, I know I'm in range, but can I visually see the Sturge in the air?
Sturge number... The one up next to Conneth? Yeah, you can see him, sure.
Alrighty. I just want to make sure
your vision should be far enough.
Alright. I will attempt to cast Firebolt upon him.
Alright. Cast Firebolt. Pretty sure you're going to do well with that one. Alright, go ahead and roll the damage.
Here goes. Let's see if I do better. Oh,
Oh, that's
All
quite
right.
a bit better.
Precision at its best. Rothamir, those books must have been treating you well as you've learned how to harness the power of the arcane. You have,
He's like,
or the power
last
of the
time
elements.
it was a little bit to the left, so I need to aim this and over here.
All right, you not only singed it, it actually exploded because of that direct hit. The Sturges are done for, I should say. Durnan hasn't had his first shot on the troll yet.
No.
Okay, Rothamir, are you done with your turn, or you want to move?
Sorry. There we go.
Okay. Durnan now. What does he have the ability to do here? Let's see. He's got a multi-attack. Ooh, he takes. All right. Okay, Durnan has a special sword. You can see magic shimmering from the sword as he wields that sword. Let's see. I got to learn more about what the sword does. I'm going to take an attack. He's going to attack this guy. He hits it, and I just got to read something about. Let's see. One target. The target is an object. The target is a creature, and Durnan rolls a 20. What did he roll? He rolled a 16, so that's not that. 6 or 14. Durnan rolls another d20 on a 20. Okay. So basically, if he crits, this thing's pretty much going to die.
Oh, wow.
All right, but he didn't crit. This is a regular damage roll. All right, but nice thing about it, he gets 4 attacks. That's attack number 1. He comes around, he swings again.
Nice.
That's attack number 2. And he continues his hacking.
Wow.
Hits the troll. I'm telling you, Durnan is a very accomplished adventurer, high level. Weakens the troll further. What's the troll doing here? And one more attack. Hits. Let's see how he does. One attack. One round. Sorry, guys. Durnan turns to you and let's lower this here. Hang on a second.
I guess Durnan didn't have it after all.
Didn't have what?
He didn't have that troll at all.
He did. Huh?
No,
he didn't win.
He didn't win? Looks like he won.
I think he's.
So Yanji, just throwing this out there so everybody understands. Yanji has this issue where he says the wrong thing. So instead of saying, "Oh, you did great," he'd be like, "Oh, you did terrible." So he totally didn't have that.
Oh, okay, I see. Got that.
Says the opposite.
All right.
It says the opposite. He's very Doctor Strange.
So what you actually saw over there was the whole process, which the whole thing took like probably less than 30 seconds. So he basically jumped on top of that ledge, and he basically with his sword, and he hacked 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and when he did, this thing just died and fell right back down. You heard kind of like at the end of King Kong, it's falling down the pit, and maybe 30 seconds later you hear a on the bottom as it crashes to the bottom of whatever dungeon it landed on. I don't know. So the troll is no more. And how are we doing things here? Are we we are going to give you some experience. I think we're going to go, and I don't remember if this adventure might have been milestone based. Let me just double check. Give me a second. It's technically, I think it probably plays better as milestone based. So, are you cool with that, or do you want, or would you rather? I don't really care.
I'm fine with
that.
Okay.
Milestone. Yeah.
Milestone is a little bit easier because it kind of keeps you in level with the adventure. Because for any reason, I mean, I'm probably not going to deviate too much from this particular adventure because it's kind of a fast pace, as you can see. Already two encounters took place. It's kind of a fast paced thing. So, maybe that's the way to do it. So, sorry guys, no experience. You got experience, but we're not gonna. We'll figure that out at the end of the the milestone. All right, things start to settle down a little bit, and as Durnan kind of like sheathes his sword, looks over the edge, surveys the situation. He looks at his patrons. Some of them are kind of like hurt a little bit, but they're they'll be okay. He snaps over and calls the barmaid or whatever, and basically tells her, go get that person help. Not in my establishment. Everything's got to, stuff like this happens every once in a while, but he's got it covered. So as things start to settle down, he kind of looks at the four of you, and he kind of gives you guys a nod, and he says, "You fought well," and then he just kind of heads back to the bar.
Like business as usual.
He kind of pulls over that another barmaid and kind of whispers to her, and she just comes over to you. I mean, are you guys? What do you want to do? You want to head back to the table for now, or for a moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head back to the table, and we don't necessarily need the map for this at this point. I'll leave it up for just so you got the lay of the land. You guys kind of head back to the table, and the barmaiden comes over and says, "Durna would like to buy you a dinner and some drinks. Thought thanks for the help."
I look at my tankard of milk. It's probably warm now. That would suit me just fine.
Now, while you do that, and while she goes out and she takes your order, I guess, and then she goes out, you see a man. Can't help but feel like there's some familiarity with this guy. Hold on one second here.
Can I ask, Durnan, by the way, does this happen a lot? Creatures coming from the portal?
He kind of says...
That seems like a great thing for your establishment.
Right.
He goes...
Is that a feature?
Well, he says, now you can understand why I have to be successful. You know what the insurance is like in this place. Okay. I mean, look what I have in the middle of I have this portal to the underworld. It's like, who knows? Every once in a while something happens. Why do you think I keep my sword handy?
Yes.
All right. With that, as the dust starts to settle, people start to go back to their routine. This isn't the most uncommon thing ever that takes place in the Yawning Portal. Anything can happen in the Yawning Portal, but of course, the Yawning Portal also attracts all kinds of people and sometimes famous people. A man comes up to you, and he's like, "Bravo, bravo! You be adventurers, am I right?"
Hey.
No.
Yes. Yes. Don't worry. Yes.
Oh, I could use your help. Do you mind if I sit at your table?
Sure.
Oh, please do.
Yes.
This seems interesting.
Okay. Well, disregard the words, but this is what the man looks like. He sits down, and he sits down. He strokes his mustache and adjusts his floppy hat. He tightens his scarf. Volo Gadam, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity. At your service. I trust you've noted the violence in our fair city these past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate, but now I fear I have misplaced a friend amid this odious malevolence. My friend's name is Floon Blagmar. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple of nights ago and was kidnapped, or worse. If you agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. May I prevail upon you in my hour of need?
Do you have any idea why he was kidnapped?
No.
Was he involved in anything nefarious?
Well, no. But, I guess...
check.
What's that?
Inside check.
Sure, go ahead. Roll an insight.
him.
I went
Yeah,
inside him. I'm looking
that
at him
definitely sounded-
critically. But no, it didn't sound all that convincing.
You could roll a history check while you're at it too.
Apparently
Any
I'm
one
quite
of you can,
convinced.
because he's sitting next in front of
Sure,
you,
I'll
and
do
you
it.
all could roll insight if you'd like to have different
Poor man.
opinions.
No.
He sounds legit.
The rules are cursed, I tell you, cursed.
So,
I'm convinced. I think we're all going to be
any other insights? We have one more to go.
There we
You
go.
have
Oh,
what
oh.
approach to-
Yanji.
You want to?
Except he says the wrong
Yanji.
things.
Okay. All right. So
Except he says the wrong
Yanji
things.
I do say the
and
Oh, and
Rothamir.
Rothamir.
things.
Rothamir, Rothamir, you recognize this man. This man is Volo. He told you who he was, but he's written some books, very famous books.
I've read of your exploits at the Candlekeep Library.
Oh yes, of course. If you'd like, I can autograph any publication. Do you have a parchment?
Yes, this scroll will be perfect.
I've been known to autograph chests.
to my
too.
collection.
Oh, then he gladly takes whatever you want to give him, and he writes his name and he's to whom may I write this out to?
I am Rothamir Thessarian, a humble scholar from Candlekeep. I am seeking knowledge and relics within the Yawning Portal, and happen chance, maybe an adventure or two along the way, not to compare with yours, of course.
Oh, well, it takes many years of all the experience that I have achieved. Oh, we could have wonderful conversations about it. But sure, Rothamir, my very best to you, my friend, and I do hope that you can find Floon. I should have written that, I guess. Okay.
Yes, it would be an honor with such esteemed company.
The only problem, all right, so History Born, you also know who he is. Basically, he's a famous bard, I guess. He's a wizard, or maybe he's a wizard. I don't know what he is, but he's written he's written about monsters. What else has he written about? Volo's Guide. What's it called? I have it
Volo's
here.
Guide
To
to
everything?
Magic.
Volo's Guide. Is he also
Everything.
Volo's Guide to everything?
Everything.
Volo's Guide. He's written about monsters. Yes. There's other things. Whatever. He's written a bunch of things. Well, but now answering your question, Coneth. What was your question to him? Were you trying to get insight?
Yeah, I
Who had a
asked
good
him
insight
if
here?
he
Let's
was
see.
into nefarious, knows why he might have been kidnapped. Floon, his name.
Rothamir. After,
Oh, that's
of course,
Xanthers.
you.
It's after.
So Rothamir, by the way,
Monsters.
I mean, he gave you his autograph.
Mm-hmm.
This is somebody who, I don't know, you're so proud to meet him, right?
Yeah.
You don't believe he's got money. He's got some money, but you question whether or not he truly has the money to pay you 10 times the amount that he's offering. You're not sure, but maybe something about that just doesn't seem like, I don't know, I'll believe it when I see it type of a thing. Connick, did you ask him a question?
I asked him if Floon was involved in nefarious doings, and apparently he said no. But the way you said it could have made me think he was. I rolled an insight, but it was shitty. So I'm like, oh, guess lawful citizen, deserving of our help.
No. Floon is a yes. He's an upstanding citizen, of course. Floon is an upstanding citizen. No, he's a good man, Floon. He's a good friend, actually. Well, look, it's not so. Look, please keep this between us. But
of course.
As of late, I feel as though I've had writer's block. I'm trying to write a book, and usually I come up with the most unbelievable ideas. They're so good. This is why I'm so successful. That's why I'm a celebrity. But lately I've had trouble. So, what better thing to do than to go to a bar or a tavern, drink, gamble with friends.
Can I order you a milk?
Could any way to spice that up a little bit?
You'll never get rid of that writer's block. Ever.
Well, anyway, as it were, 2 nights ago, Loon and I met and went to the Skewered Dragon. That's a tavern on the other side of town, in the Dock Ward. We drank, we gambled for a few hours, and then I left. I shouldn't have left Floon there, but I figured he could take care of himself. He's a grown man. Mm-hmm. And that's the last I've seen of him. And I've not heard from him since. I believe he's missing.
What is the name of this establishment? The Dragon something?
The Skewered Dragon.
The Skewered Dragon.
Yes.
Do we know anything about this from hanging out in the city?
Well, it's. I can tell you where it's located.
No, I'm saying, have we been like? I don't know how.
Oh, it's a big city. You might have heard about it.
Am I heard of it? Do I know anything? Its reputation? Is it a place that we might know of? A particular underworld establishment? Not that I would know, because I don't traffic in those circles.
Why don't you roll a history check?
Okay.
And see if you can remember anything you heard.
Yeah, I think that this is more accurate.
The only thing I can tell you is I can tell you where the Skewered Dragon is. Maybe that's a good place to look.
Very good. And of course, I'm sure it's a fine, upstanding establishment.
Anybody else want to roll history? He's talking to all of you. Feel free. Did anybody roll? I've seen history checks, but that might have been the last history check. I feel like I need some kind of a bar in the chat window here that separates which history checks from what. You know, kind of like, you know, at the supermarket, you put that little bar between the person's food in front of you. And I don't know which history check is which. Is that the one from finding out who Volo is? Or is that the... Okay, which one's which?
The new one, the 12, that's just now.
All right, so it starts with Born. You did it again, right? 16? Is that...
No, mine, it starts with me. I'm the 6.
It started with you. Okay.
Yeah. For this one. I'm talking about regarding the Skewered Dragon. I'm asking about the Skewered Dragon.
Okay, you don't know about the Skewered Dragon.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a nice place. I'm sure it's a fine place.
I also believe that it's a terrible place.
Love it.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you don't know. Okay. It says, well, that's all I know. Would you be interested in helping me? A celebrity. Would you be interested in helping a celebrity? Such as me.
Absolutely not.
Of course.
Ooh. Someone said, he's thinking to himself, someone said no to me? What?
No.
I don't understand. Why? Is it my hat? Is it my... Is
he saying this out loud, or is he?
No, he's thinking this.
Okay.
If you roll an insight, roll an insight.
No.
Roll an insight. Somebody crit.
Roll an insight check out of
Not bad.
Coneth, good enough.
Yeah.
You could feel what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Is my
Oh,
left
like,
mustache lower than my
don't
right?
mind the Anji
What
here.
is it
Don't
that
mind
he
the
would say
Anji here.
no
It's
to
just,
someone like
It's
me?
it's just his manner of speech. Think of it as an ironic manner of speech.
Do you mean ironic as in what he says is actually the opposite?
Yeah, we'll go
It's
with
a
that.
quite interesting study of communicational skills and yes.
Well, I have to say, with all my adventuring and all of my wonderful knowledge, I don't know if I've come across a creature such as you. What is your name? And he's looking at you, Yanji. The moth? I can't tell what you are, but it's certainly interesting.
I'm sorry, I'm having lag.
Did you not hear what I said?
No. Did you ask my name?
Yes. He basically says he's never really come across a creature such as you.
So
I can't tell exactly what you are, but certainly interesting. I'd like to maybe examine you or possibly dissect. I mean, possibly, if you wouldn't mind, I could interview you one day. Maybe after all this is done.
Oh God.
Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Oh, I think he's exiting and then coming back in.
Okay.
Is that any? Can you hear us?
He may have turned his camera off temporarily, or?
Well, I think he went out and back in.
All right.
And then he needs to re-enable it and stuff.
Yeah, I broke up real bad. Sorry.
Okay. Should I repeat?
So, yes. So what did you say? I'm sorry.
So basically, Volo says to you, he looks to you and said, well, because he's curious about your manner of speech, as Conniff has, explained to him that you're very ironic in the way you speak. So he asks, well, I mean, do you mean to say the opposite of what you mean? So Conniff was a little wishy-washy about that, maybe not knowing how to answer. Then Volo looks to you and says, well, I find you very curious, creature. I'd like to understand you a bit more maybe one of these days. What are you, actually?
I am a fairy.
Oh, I should have understood that. I should have known. You're an interesting type.
I do not have a very unique look at all.
You don't?
No.
You don't?
No.
Now, with that insight, you can see the gears turning in Volo's head. What is it about me? What is going on with me? I've never seen a creature like this, yet he says it's not uncommon. What?
Shaking my head and rubbing my temples.
Volo's like, you can kind of see like his eyes are spinning around, like thinking, what is... oh, wait a second. You over there. What is your name? I'm sorry. I didn't really introduce. I introduced myself, but I didn't get your names. If I'm going to employ you, I should know what your names are, right? I'm sorry. What was your name? Each of you?
My name is Yanji Darkdew.
Yanji Darkdew. He starts scribbling down on a piece of paper. Okay, and you? And he points to Conniff.
I stand up and I give him a courtly bow. Conniff Telemoth at your service.
Conniff Telemoth. Is that Koneth?
Not quite.
I just want to write it down because...
Konyt. I give him the correct spelling. Konyth. And the equivalent characters of whatever forgotten one language this is.
I feel a bit of inspiration. That might at some point write about you. Please, if you could finish this, and if you could complete my quest, you may very well be listed in my next book. Of course, I'd have to run that by Wizards of the Coast.
Floon,
okay.
The innocent Floon, kidnapped by dark forces. Of course, we will save him.
Kidnapped by dark forces? No. Do you mind if I use that? Oh, great. And he looks to you, Dark, because you are also an interesting creature. But I've seen Tabaxi before. None that look like you, though. Very, very unique features. Do you have unique features? I don't know. I'm just complimenting. What is your name? He's looking at you. Dark. So that I shall write it down and maybe incorporate it in an upcoming book.
We can't hear you.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to figure out the. We have to figure this out. Maybe it's my server. Should I change the?
No.
Do you remember that? Do you think?
I don't think it's you. I think it's us.
Because I'm hearing you fine, actually. I don't think I'm. Is anybody having? I don't think we have trouble hearing you. So coming this way, it might be okay.
It's. Yeah, and I guess because when I heard it on your side, it was like 30 seconds after I had said.
Really? Oh, so you have a massive lag, is what's happening.
Yeah, it's really bad.
You're not. You're looking on Disc. In other words, you hearing me through Discord, or you hearing me through the Twitch channel? Because that's a big lag.
Discord.
Okay, so that's weird. I don't know why that would be happening. But okay, all right. Let's.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I'll tell you what. You know what? It's 1:00 anyway. So why don't we leave it here, where you pretty much have a quest to go on. He doesn't have anything more, and we could say that you've continued. He's learned each of your names. Let me give Rothamir an opportunity to.
Yeah.
And then we'll end
It's
it.
okay.
No, I have to hear this. Sorry. Well, now, of course, you must be a wizard of. You look like a wizard.
Yes, indeed. I am a wizard of small repute. Not quite as talented as yourself. We'd feel honored to rescue your friend. I am Rothamir, as I've stated before.
Rothamir. How do you spell your last name?
Tassarian. Tassarion. Tassarian.
I have it.
So good.
Thank you. I also wish to. I jot your names down, not just for potential content for my next bestseller, but I need to know who I'm going to be paying all this money to. But anyway, I do appreciate you taking my quest, and I look forward to you solving and finding my good friend Floon. All right. With that, let us end it here. Where we will start the next session, hopefully over the next couple of weeks if we can. We will start the next session where you'll plan out how you're going to do it. Okay.
All right.
What you do know is it's in the dock ward of he tells you that it's in the dock ward of Waterdeep. I have a map that I can give you by the way.
Well, before we leave him, I don't want to start without, because there's things we're going to need to know. Like, we'll have to get the guy's description of him, a picture of him.
Oh yeah, okay. So then why don't we do this? Let's leave it here, and you have a quest, and we could start off exactly where we left off, and you can continue if you have any questions. You're sitting at the table with
how
Volo.
we'll go about investigating this crime.
Yep, sure.
This nefarious, insidious crime, and poor
crime.
Poor Floon. Poor helpless Floon. I can cry when I think of it. He's breaking my heart.
Okay. Poor Floon. Floon.
Smash the table.
I guess when we're not near Volo, I probably will mention to compatriots like, even though I basically saying to them that I respect him as a researcher or something, but I don't exactly know if he has the money to give us. Like, well, you mentioned that, right? Like the insight from the insight check.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I definitely will try to remember to mention that next time. But I made a note of it. Put it in my notes here.
It's probably because you're basically getting the impression, especially based on what he's saying, is that things haven't been going very successfully for him lately. He has writer's block. He hasn't come out with a book in a while. Maybe he's gambles, whatever it is. But listen,
we need royalties. We need royalties.
At the same time, you don't necessarily think the guy is like dishonest in terms of what his intentions are. Let's just say that. In other words, he seems like he's got the intention of figuring out how to pay you, but he may not have the money now, at least.
Fear not. Think of this as an advance, and we'll just get a percentage of your royalties and some merchandising rights.
I know, right?
We would like adaptation rights on any adaptations to derivative works.
You saw you noticed if you roll a perception right now, Connor.
Is a lawyer. I'm rolling.
Yeah. You couldn't help but notice a slight amount of vomit went into his throat, and he swallowed it. As you said that. Royalty, did you say? We can talk about this. We can talk about it.
We wish to say Fleur, and you should know, Volo, I am willing.
Why is the 100...
somewhat hurt, if I have to.
Is the 100 gold pieces not good enough?
Not quite die. I don't think I'd go that far yet. But definitely hurt.
Is the 100 gold pieces not good enough? You need a royalty on my next...
Of course, but if it turns out you run into some trouble, we could talk.
We'll figure something out, I'm sure.
Of course.
You'll get your money, don't worry. Trust me. I'm Volo.
Of course. I take calligraphy and I can have a scroll and we could put something together.
Something tells me you must have been...
My character actually has like a calligraphy set, I think.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel as though you were a barrister of some kind in your previous life.
I've studied. I've taken some studies, but I have a well-rounded education.
Where are you from, Kenneth?
Oh, that is a story in and of itself. Suffice to say, very far. You probably haven't heard of it.
I haven't heard of it? Oh, now I am interested. I like to learn. I love to learn. Where is this place? Would you mind?
Let's just say it's a very long story. It's a very long way away. It's not quite.
I've probably been there.
How far would you say you've traveled?
Oh, I've traveled all over the world.
What about if it's not quite on the world?
I've been to other planes too. Can you top that?
Yeah, it's kind of along those lines. How many other planes have you been that are kind of like this one?
Well, there was a moment I've had a little stint in the ethereal plane.
No, not the ethereal plane.
I've been inside a tiny hut, which is a different plane. Learman, a good friend of mine, I think.
Well, Volo, we could talk later at some future point.
Would love to. Maybe one of these days I could interview and write a novel about your adventures. But first, let's find Floon, if you would not mind.
Floon, yes. Floon.
Okay. All right.
Does
Why
his
not-
likeness
All right.
say that his likeness is susceptible to maybe creation of images and art and possibly figurines?
What?
Maybe. No, never mind. I've no.
I don't know if you said something about the
I'ma
figurine.
play.
I think I need a drink. All right. Let me let's stop this for tonight and appreciate it. I thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Those of you who are
Thanks,
human
guys.
and those of you who are bot. Hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna stop the stream and
Okay.
we shall reschedule or schedule another one coming up soon, hopefully.
I mean, if I should be available on. I mean, if I'm available, and I don't really go now that my kids are both not here. So I got Connors juniors in college, and Connors Jr. He's got his own. He's got his career going. So he's in New York City. So he's
Awesome.
He doesn't live here. Yeah,
How's he-
I'm pretty. Yeah. How's he doing?
How's your so what you're saying is you can play D&D every single night?
Every day, all day, except for work. All day, all day.
All right. Well, I hope you guys
And then
enjoyed
you
it. It's been a
probably play
while
more.
since I've done this. I'm actually we haven't played in a while, so
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to
I'll
do it
be a
again.
more lighthearted Connor. It was too much of a stick in the mud in other campaigns.
This is a good campaign to be
Yeah.
to try something new. So
Yes.
what the goal is with this campaign is, I mean, Waterdeep Dragon Heist is really it's not a very long adventure. You could expect to probably get to something like level 5 or something like that. But I believe it's a pretty fast moving, step by step. Like one thing after another is going to take place. There are, of course, there'll be dungeons and things, but I imagine, or I think there is, yeah. But nothing huge. So it's not like you guys were involved in that other adventure that we had. And by the way, the stream is over, so nobody's hearing this. That was a
I
long.
did have one person that tried to join.
Oh, really?
Or did join, but is it a rule that you set for that followers only chat where follower?
No, I have no idea what I'm doing with this. So how do I? Only visible to moderators? What? No, I turn that off.
Yeah, you have slow chat on, and you have.
Oh, I didn't. I had no idea.
I couldn't chat either.
I apologize. I had no idea. I just turned on this thing. That's why I don't know anything about this stuff. So I was blocking people from chatting?
Yes.
Oh. That was terrible. Who does that?
People that do not understand Twitch yet.
Ugh.
But you'll get used to it, as we
Just
find.
to switch to, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Non-mod settings? I don't want to be, is that moderator? I don't want to be moderator.
Yeah.
I want people to just, oh God. All right. Show moderation actions. What is that? That's turned on.
I don't know what that means.
Show messages caught by automod. What's automod?
I don't know.
You know what that is?
I think it's like possibly like a
Shield. Yeah. I don't know
like
what any of this stuff
it
is.
maybe filter like catches like swearing or other stuff in it, and to prevent it from showing up in chat, possibly.
Wow. My first time like streaming and I'm a dick already. Jeez, what did I do? I honestly don't even know what was. I didn't set anything. I just turned it on. I don't know who that was, but if you know who that person was, just tell them I apologize. I did not know that was even set like that, and I don't know how to stream at all. I thought maybe it would be kind of cool to do it. I don't know how to.
Chat appearance, chat highlights, deleted messages, pause chat.
I don't even know. I hope I just turned it off. It says disabled slow mode for this room and disabled followers only mode for this room.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I think I disabled it. There were buttons over there that I didn't even pay attention to that I could have just hit the buttons and shut them off the whole time.
Yeah, there are lots of buttons there too. There's tons.
All right. Well, I think next time it's going to work better. Can I just write? I say I apologize. I could write, right?
Yeah, you can write it in there.
Really sorry.
I don't think it doesn't matter. What's
Really sorry. I didn't realize. I didn't realize this was blocking viewers from chatting. I just shut that off. And okay, I just shut that off. Yeah. I see your message. All right. Well, hopefully.
Yeah. She actually.
Wow, I actually got 2 more followers, but that might be you.
Yeah, she said she liked it.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? That was a mess up. I had no idea. All right, but anyway, next time that will not be an issue. But look, you guys did great. I thought that.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah. You guys are. I love the role playing, and it's gonna be good.
I really got to get better at roleplay.
Oh no, you're doing great.
Are you kidding? It's great.
I'm trying.
I thought this was hilarious.
Yeah.
I really do.
I thought it was very hilarious.
Yeah, I can come. I think I can think of that both your interactions and mine will just like is comedic gold.
I see, and I just wish I could get a voice like Thror has, and like Maz can do like freaking a million different voices.
But I
can't either.
Don't. It's fine.
You
Just
have one too, though, Connor.
No, I was just being silly. So just be silly.
Oh, see, I guess I just have to be silly. I guess that's
be
my problem.
be whatever.
I'm not a silly man.
You're not a silly man. You have a dry sense of humor.
All right,
Which is funny in and of itself.
So are these bots? Like, why do I all of a sudden have more viewers now? And when I shut the stream off, how does that work?
I think they could still.
Oh, they might be watching the video because they could actually watch
possibly.
it
now. Yeah.
Yeah, they can watch it after it's.
There's because Twitch actually records that.
And it should show up in your list of videos.
By the way, I'll stop my regular recording.